you know, it's one of those deals where like, Sebastian Munoz, I'll start with him. Like he was he was a very special one to me because it was kind of, I mean, obviously he played at North Texas. He wasn't known as a player. He has an amazing story. He didn't even think he was going to play professional golf. He said his final senior year, if I win a tournament, I think maybe even said, yeah, if I win 2 tournaments, I'll try to play. From Columbia, won 2 tournaments, then got an opportunity, played some tournament in Columbia that got him into Corn Ferry that's in Columbia, won it. Bam. Like, I mean, it's incredible. And I totally get it now because he has an extremely special mind for golf in the sense of he can just go mindless, which, I didn't teach him that, he just is a natural gift. But going forward, he got on tour and just got completely lost. He's chasing new drivers, he played every single week, never took a break. His golf swing aimed right, just got steep over the top. The sequence was terrible, nothing crazy. Had his own unique swing, wasn't encouraged the right way, had no one to talk to, constantly. He still, I mean, he calls me almost every day. I'm like, oh, how's the swing today? He's like, no, I wasn't calling for that. What are you doing? Just wants to talk about different things because that's a huge part of the tour life. But anyways, like what's special to me is getting, I've had, 4 of Ryan's 5 wins on tour with him, so which is really special. But to finally get a win with another player and to see the success Sebastian has is huge, And when he first came to me, I kind of put together like a 3-week, 2 to 3 week boot camp because he was going to head back to Columbia. I was like, look, here's our game plan. This is what we're going to do. We made those changes. He hated it. And there weren't crazy changes. There were a lot of alignment, sequencing, and different things that kind of work together. But just understanding those and then giving them the constant belief, like, look, Sebastian, like you are Sebastian Munoz. You are not this golfer or this golfer or that. And I still have to kind of talk to him about to this day is you are that good. And, you have to be who you are. And we ran with that and had huge, I think he finished 7th on the Corn Ferry Tour the following year, had just super consistent. Like he had never played consistent golf in his life. He was a 64, 74 type of guy. He has the ability to go brainless, which you can't teach. Then we got on tour. Then it was a little bit of a battle, not a battle, but just that first time keeping your card is for any guy. For certain guys it's different. Will's out tour, it's a little different, but for Munoz, that was going to be the thing that made him believe he belonged. So by him finally keeping that card, which we came down, I think he finished 125th. That's the crazy part about it. I mean, even hitting into the left woods at the final hole, the Wyndham, I was freaking out. I was like, oh gosh, this is the make or break right here. And he battled through it. But man, from there, the rest is history because we've kept after the same things. We've had to work super hard on his mindset and accepting certain things. Like I'll go into a little inside of that because I think it'd help people. Is like flat out, I don't want him at the golf course hardly at all. He cannot go on Mondays at a tour event. Absolutely, it's death. Tuesdays has to just get out of the golf course, play, get out of there. Wednesday, on a Tuesday, I don't want him playing 9 at the most. You can't even let him hit many balls. And then on Wednesday, play the pro-am when there hasn't been pro-ams lately. That's been a little tough, but get out of there. And even because he will self-sabotage, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, it's just he thinks that he has to be like other tour players. And if you don't work for 7 hours a day, you're not going to be great, which is the biggest lie in the world, which is another thing I learned from Ryan. But so we've kind of learned our system. And he called me last night, had a great week last week. At Shadow Creek, finished 9th. And he's like, man, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are just brutal. Like just boring. They have zero, like they don't excite him. So if he goes out there and he's not excited, he'll judge his golf game and get discouraged and try to find things that he doesn't need to. Man, when he tees it up, that excites him. So it's like we've learned a lot of different things, and obviously finishing 8th in FedEx Cup was huge. Probably make the right Olympics this year. Just on and on, but he appreciates it so much, and I really think he's a player that people don't understand. He just has a natural gift that if we don't mess with it, it's just going to keep going. And we're not trying to find new secrets or I actually have to rein him back more than try to give him new stuff.